that we've done a bunch of examples of standard form and scientific notation with really, really big numbers, we're going to take a look at what happens if you have standard form or scientific notation where you have an exponent of 0. So let's take a look at an example. We'll start with 4.9213 times 10 to the 0th power. Remember, that's in scientific notation. You got some decimal number, right, times a base of 10 raised to an exponent. In this case, our exponent is 0. Well, if we were to expand this out, remember that 10 to the 0th becomes 1, right? Anything raised to the 0th power is just 1 if we evaluate it. So really we have 4.9213 times 1. And 4.9213 times 1 is itself, right? Anything times 1 is going to be the same number. So we have 4.9213. That's my standard form. That's it. So if we have scientific notation where we're multiplying by a base of 10 to the 0th power, it's going to stay the same when we convert it to standard form. All right, and if you think about it, if our power is 0, we didn't move our decimal over any spots, right? Because we're really multiplying by 1. That's your standard form. Now let's take a look at the other side of this. We'll start with 7. All right, this time we have 7. 7, we're going to write that as our scientific notation form now. Now 7 times 1 is still 7. So we're just writing this out like this because we know that 1 is going to change to 10 to the 0th power. We can go back and forth. Just like we went from 10 to the 0th power to 1, we can write it the other way. And we get 7 times 10 to the 0th power. That's my scientific notation because now I have the 1 digit before my decimal times a base of 10 raised to an exponent. So 7 times 10 to the 0th, that's my scientific notation. That's it. So for standard form and scientific notation with exponent of 0, just keep in mind that your base of 10 raised to an exponent of 0 is always going to change to 1, or 1 will change into 10 to the 0th power, and you're going to be left with the same value. There's your standard form and scientific notation with exponent of 0.